Fun fact, apparently most pre-constructed decks is not a recognized competitive strategy. I kind of knew that. I came to Las Vegas thinking that this episode was going to answer one question. Could a mostly pre-constructed Heliosynth deck, synthetic steel, survive its first constructed tournament? Turns out, I was asking the wrong question. Welcome to Visage Roulette. In one of the last episodes, I let a dice decide which pre-constructed deck I was going to be taking into SCG CON Las Vegas, and one of the biggest tournaments that I have ever played in. The dice chose Heliosynth, and after testing it against competitive decks, needless to say, I realized pretty quickly that this pre-con alone wasn't going to survive. So I had to make some upgrades. Staying true to the spirit of being a Mono-Heliosynth deck, I kept about 20% of the cards the same. But I do have the caveat, this was no longer solely the pre-constructed deck that came out of the box. Good enough to hopefully give it a chance, or so I thought. Constructed humbled me. I finished second to last, which sounds bad because it is. But something happened that mattered a whole lot more than where I placed. I did win a game. Turns out, winning that one game feels suspiciously like winning the Super Bowl. I'm not saying I cried. I'm just saying that my eyes may have done something unusual. Vegas taught me something. Constructed isn't sealed with just better cards. It's an entirely different game. Every decision matters, every card matters, and every mistake, boy, do you get punished. And honestly, I loved every second of it, because now I know exactly how much I have left to learn. And next time, I'm not showing up with a pre-con. We're gonna go all out this time, and I'm gonna hit the road a lot harder. Now, if you didn't make the top 8, you probably jumped into the open sealed event. And in that event, I did place 4th. However, I caveat, the top 8 players were not playing. So not the best of the best were playing. But I did do pretty good in that. And then the next day was the $3,000 sealed event. And I wish I could tell you that, man, I killed it. And unfortunately, I placed 25th. And compared to where I started, it's still progress, as oddly as that sounds. And that's what this journey has been really all about. I hate losing. I like winning. But I don't show up to the events with this expectation that I'm gonna win them. I show up expecting what it is that I failed to learn from the last time. Because it's not about becoming the best overnight. It's about becoming better than what I was yesterday. But here's the story that really defined not just me, but this weekend overall. While I was trying to figure out how not to lose, somebody else was busy making history. A player named Sharkborn became the youngest player to ever win a major competition in Winners of the First at just a mere 14 years old. He defeated some of the best players that this game has to offer. And that's what makes this game worth paying attention to. The cards, they don't know your age. They don't know your job. They don't know your resume. They only know the decisions that you make and choose not to make. And a huge congratulations to Sharkborn. And a massive congratulations to Branch, who won the sealed event the following day. Both victories are well deserved. Job well done, fellas. If Las Vegas reminded me of one thing, is that this community is unlike anything that I have ever experienced. Before my first constructed match even began, I still had people helping me. Folks like Cleater and Gertius helped give me advice on where I could go to practice. I bothered Sneaky Joe with how things work on cards because I'm still learning how some of these things play out. And there were a lot of other players who I would just generally ask questions to, and they were willing to help. But then there was one guy who really went above and beyond for me. Prismatic didn't help me just find a few cards. He advocated for me. Not because he had to, not because there was something in it for him, simply because he wanted another player to just enjoy the game. He spent hours diligently working to try to help me locate cards so that I could have a fighting chance. He tracked down what I needed. He answered questions I didn't even know that I should be asking. He helped me understand the game at a level that I don't think I would have been able to reach on my own. And without this help, I don't think I would have even won a game in Constructed. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. Not just for helping me with every silly and dumb question I had, but for building my confidence. And after the convention was over, when everybody thinks that the weekend is over, think again. This community has a way of still pulling everyone together. And apparently when card players say that they're done, it's more of a suggestion. What they actually mean, we'll see you at the card store in 20 minutes. Stretch organized a community sealed event for free at a local gaming store as part of his journey to becoming an ambassador. And honestly, as tired as everyone was, to include myself, knowing that I had a very long flight the following day, it may have been my favorite moment of the entire weekend. Multiple players showed up. And while we were there to sort of compete, we weren't really there for that. We were there to teach, to learn, and honestly, just to have a good time. And more importantly, to grow the game. Because sometimes the best moments, they don't happen on the main stage. Sometimes they happen around a table at your local gaming store, especially when you get to know some of the players. And that's exactly what we did at SCG CON Las Vegas. All right, Kevin Crazy, what's your favorite card?
I would say Ryland Windstrider. Playing in the Toon Guide and grab four friends, what's not to like?
Hell yeah, bro. Crystal Lock, what's your favorite card?
Desert Survivor NPC because you feel loud is subtagging me.
Hell yeah, all right. Whiplash, what's your favorite card?
The Quill.
Oh!
The Quill.
Nice. Prismatic, what's your favorite card?
Bob Stalker.
Bob Stalker? Why?
You can copy anything that's 2 power, a lot of very impactful 2 power creatures.
Hell yeah. KBO, what's your favorite card? Ricks, what's your favorite card?
Helios Heat Cannon.
Nice. Branch,
Hey,
what's your favorite card?
well, I happen to have it right here.
What?
So if you want to,
It's the Dream Eater. I like it because you see this a lot in Limited, and if you see it, you're basically like excited about your deck.
Hell yeah. When I flew to Las Vegas, I thought success meant winning more matches. Better cards, better decks, better finishes, better results. And at the beginning of this weekend, I thought I was chasing all of that. And somewhere along the way, I realized I was really chasing better people. People don't stay because of the cards. They stay because of the people. Thank you to everyone who made this weekend unforgettable. I'll keep learning, I'll keep competing, and I'll keep telling stories that make this game worth playing. And until then, I'll see you on the other side.
Morning light, it's the window frame. Name on my tongue, but it feels so new. Standing here with a beating heart at the edge of the world and the edge of me too. One step in and the city glows. Every street's got a secret spark. I hear the click of 1,000 doors when I choose my way through the dark. If I take that turn, if I chase that flame, if I wear this dream like a brand new name, then the stars lean close and the night says go. Spin the wheel, let it shine, let it call my name. I'm alive in the moment, I'm not afraid. Every road, every scar, every dream I choose turns the map in my hands into something true. We can run to the sky, we can break the chain, we can be who we are when we take that chance. Every heart beats loud when the future starts. I was made for the role, I was made for the spark. Side streets, rooftops, and neon rain. Laughing with strangers I'll never forget. Mask